So I have a question. I saw these pictures on your website, right? On LaunchGood. Like, you're hanging out with some like top class people, like, you know, the royal family from the UAE and like even President Obama and stuff. Like, what's going on there?
Alhamdulillah, we were very fortunate early on to get some accolades and awards. And, you know, هذا فضل من ربي, you know, this is God's favor upon us. Early on, we won, I think after our first year, we won an award called the American Muslim Consumer Conference Entrepreneur Showcase.
Wow.
And from that, it's kind of like you're the flavor of the day. So for a minute, we were like the flavor of the day. And so after that, we won this other award called the Islamic Economy Award for Small Business Enterprises. And that was the one that you saw in the UAE. And then from that, I got an invite to the White House to have iftar with President Obama. And so it's like, and then from that, we won another award, which was like this called EFICA, Ethical Finance Initiative Community Award from the Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. So like there was a stretch there for a couple of years. We just kept winning awards, which was cool. Alhamdulillah, I think that helps establish credibility, but it's not necessary. And I'll tell you something I saw, even my own startups is like in Detroit, for example, and you'll find this too within the Islamic economy. There'd be like someone pitching this great idea and they've really got a great pitch and they're on stage and everyone's like really engaged. And you come back 3 years later and it's like the same person there pitching the same thing. You're like, wait, like what about actually building your business? You know, like I joke, I'm like, I wonder if Mark Zuckerberg won any awards building Facebook.
So true.
I don't think so. I don't think maybe he won some, like, I don't think he cared. I think he was really focused on building Facebook, you know, and so the awards are nice. You know, all that credibility is useful, but it can be a distraction. It's not your business. You don't get to build a giant company because you went to the White House for dinner, you know, and I think that's important for people to remember.
Amazing. Okay, so tell me something. You know, one of the reasons I really love LaunchGood is because me and my friend Steve, we've always been having this conversation in the last few years. We're like, look, you know, the 2000s, they produced some really great organizations like Al-Maghrib Institute and others and this and that. And previous to that, we had Islamic Relief and some of the big kind of ones. And we always have this discussion that in the last 10 years, like, what's a great startup from a Muslim community that's happened? And, you know, for me, LaunchGood is definitely one of those because you guys have touched the lives of so many people. And then those people have touched the life of so many people. So it's insane, mashallah, tabarakallah. Like, it's like one of those, you know how people say, oh yeah, I invested in, you know, Uber at this point. And then, you know what, some guy, he invested 25,000 in Uber and at the end of it was worth like 300 million, right? And for me, it's like these kind of projects where there's ajr involved, it's like they're amazing because someone could have come in to LaunchGood, helped you guys out, stuck around with you for a year or something, went away, and now it's become this huge thing. Right. So I deeply like feel an affiliation to it. Like first time I saw it, I was like, what is this? It's just like Kickstarter, right? You just kind of see it because Faisal, the business partner, he basically went on there and he launched funds and stuff. But then as I got more into it and I saw what you guys were doing, I was really inspired by it. Right. So that's how I feel about it. Then at the same time, like in our business, we help a lot of people concept businesses, start business ideas. And so when I'm now starting to sit down with different people, these people are coming up with ideas that people have already done in the industry. So not necessarily LaunchGood or crowdfunding, but there's a lot of competition now because we've got those generations of Muslims, the second, third generations who are into entrepreneurship, who are now like want to start ideas and this and that. So my real big question here is like, how are you guys going to stay relevant for the Muslim industry? Because right now you're first, you're the big ones there. How are you going to maintain that competitive edge? Of course, competition is good for the Ummah, it's good for the charities and everything. But what's LaunchGood's plan to actually stay ahead of the curve and do that, inshallah?
That's a really good question. And you're exactly right. You can't sit on your laurels because the moment you do, someone else is going to come into your space. So for us, you know, alhamdulillah, we've built this amazing network. And I think that's one of the things you get as an advantage of the early mover advantage. We have 500,000 users now, like 500,000 users.
Wow.
And now it's upon us to keep them engaged and I think offer them new services. But that's really where our focus is for the next, I would say, 12 months is really improve the experience of being a user on LaunchGood and enhance what that means. So, I don't want to give all away now,
of course, yeah.
but really definitely like making it feel even more like you're part of something special when you're a user on LaunchGood. And I think that's our unique opportunity, because
Amazing.
crowdfunding as a technology is not complicated. Like anyone could build a crowdfunding platform. It's not like Google's search engine. It doesn't require patents and PhDs to build it. It's really the brand and, what you can do with the community beyond just the, pure function of running charging a credit card.
Amazing. I love that you're focusing specifically on the user rather than strategies and this and that.